Hello, it gives me great joy to welcome you to another episode of the Golden Era and You podcast. This is where we give you authentic information about every activity of Pastor Umo administration so you can take advantage of all his programs and policies for the purpose of advancing your life and living a better life. My name is Amazing Enebet Francis and I am your host. On this episode, we are playing host to Wisdom Emmanuel, the personal assistant to the governor on Student Affairs. He is here with Elisha Udo, Student Union Government Information Officer, University of Uyo. The topic we are discussing this week is education goals in the Arise agenda. This is going to be very, very informative. Don't go anywhere.
The Golden Era and You, with amazing Aniebiates Francis, tracking the promise and the progress.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us. As I said earlier on, this particular episode is a double value episode because of the gentlemen that are here in the studio to discuss a very important topic: education goals in the Arise agenda. Without further ado, let me welcome to the studio today Wisdom Emmanuel, the personal assistant to the governor on Student Affairs, and Elisha Udom, information officer, Student Union Government, University of Uyo. Welcome to the Golden Era and You podcast.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to have you.
Happy to see you too.
I was looking forward to hosting you because I keep reading today the governor has approved 100 million. I'm like, I need to talk about this. We need to talk about this, and thank you for coming with this color. I love orange because it's my state color. So let's cut to the chase. Mr. Wisdom Emmanuel.
Yeah.
The E in the Arise Agenda acronyms represents education. So how would you rate the interest of Pastor Umo in the education sector?
Okay. Thank you so much first for having me on the show today. It means so much to me. And the interest, the E in the Arise Agenda, it goes to show that Governor Umo has great interest in education, and that's evidenced by what he's doing already in the student community. So far. He has done a lot for the people of the students in secondary school, the people in nursery and primary school, even the postgraduate students. But I'm really going to focus on the public tertiary institution.
Your community.
My community, yes. So far, he has approved first 3 to 6 months in office. He approved 100 million naira intervention fund, education intervention fund for persons living with disabilities in the state.
Yes, that was in the news.
Okay, yeah. So that's actually helped the students that are living with disabilities to go to school at ease without having to think of money. Then after that, he also approved the bursary payment for students of public tertiary institutions in Akwa Ibom State. You live in Akwa Ibom State, you are eligible to get that money. You stay outside Akwa Ibom State, and maybe studying outside of Akwa Ibom State, you are eligible to also get that money. And that is, every student is entitled to 10,000 naira each. And so far, I think about 10,000 students have been able to get this money. And recently, the governor just added 100 million naira to the same budget for the continuation of the budget payment, being that the first amount of money sent out was properly managed by the Ministry of Education. That is why I decided to send additional 100 million naira for the continuation of the process. And then moving forward, before now, he also paid the tuition fee for one of our students. He's visually impaired, Mr. Ekane Mudeme. He's a law student. Okay. He's currently in the law school at Port Harcourt.
How much was it?
5 million naira that the governor approved for him, and that actually helped him to go to school, the law school at ease. And then he also approved the sum of 250,000 naira monthly stipends for this same student. Imagine. That is to also help him, focus on his studies and come out with flying colors. And then moving forward, he has done a whole lot of things for the student community. For the nursery and primary school, free education, and all what have you. Even
And
the remodeling,
remodeling
renovation and remodeling of the
public school model.
Yes. So he has done a whole lot for the students of Akwa Ibom State, and I believe he's still going to do more.
Of course, he's going to do more.
Yeah, definitely.
And now we're talking about bursary payments. That should take us to the gentleman in orange color. I can't stop acknowledging and recognizing the color that you're wearing, Mr. Elisha Udo. You are a beneficiary of the bursary payments by the Golden Governor of Akwa Ibom State.
Yes.
Was that your first bursary as a student?
No, that wasn't my first bursary as a student.
Your first was?
I received my first bursary as a student of a synod paid by the local government chairman of a synod.
Okay.
So a same student.
Being a beneficiary of a bursary before this administration, that puts you in a better position to compare and contrast the bursary payments by the Golden Governor of Akwa Ibom State and what was obtainable in the past. What would you say about this new method of paying bursary?
Okay, initially the first bursary I received was paid through the traditional bursary payment method, where we had to submit our school documents, our state of origin certificate, in order to prove that we are students from that local government. And then we had to wait for the list of students to be shortlisted, those to be paid. And we had to travel down to our local government council, and the local government chairman came and paid the money to us in cash. So I think that was most stressful because we had to find a day that we did not have lectures. We had to mobilize ourselves to go there for the bursary payment. So that was most stressful compared to the digital bursary payments by Pastor Umo Eno, where we had a very seamless and stress-free registration. You just have to stay from your house and your house and go through the link, upload your school documents, and when it has been verified, the money will be paid to your bank account.
Process.
Yes, it was very seamless and stress-free. And the bursary payment by Pastor Umo Eno was also accommodating. It was able to accommodate most students because students did not have to pay their way down. So anybody, as long as you are a student from Akwa Ibom State and you are schooling, you just had to register with your documents from any part of the country and to be verified, and the money will be paid without you having to travel down, because traveling down was a hindrance to so many persons.
You talked about it was able to accommodate more students. So now the local government bursary by a set of local government chairman, was it not able to accommodate more students? Was there some kind of limitation beyond traveling to get the money?
Well, I think the major limitation was having to travel to get the money. But some students could also, those that were not active in Congress, your local government president can say that you did not used to come for
You were not
Congress.
committed to
Exactly. Yes, that you were not committed to the growth of a certain student or activity. So you should not come only when we are having benefits. But that was not so when we were receiving the bursary from our parents.
So that means the president of your local government students group could say, no, you're not going to get bursary because of this.
Well, I feel they had that discretion.
They had that powers,
yes,
okay.
I feel not like it was express.
Okay.
But they could do that if they
felt like,
yes, if
they felt
like
they need to do it.
Yes.
But this one was different. You didn't need to be in good terms with your local government, whatever.
Yes, you
You
just
need
needed
to
to
be in
be
good
an
terms with
acquired
the-
state student in a tertiary institution,
And then you are eligible and you have your document.
Yes.
Oh, this is actually interesting to hear. I was a student until I finished school. I had never, not for once, received bursary because it was such a hustle. You need to know someone, like he said, he's saying the truth. You need to know someone in the local government or the local government governing body in the school. But
Sometimes you even have to pay dues.
exactly, they force you to pay dues to even get the money, and this is where we really have to give Pastor Umo Eno the kudos for making this process easy. And that takes us to this question: the digital approach to paying bursary.
Okay.
What was the motive behind it? How did it come about?
Okay. We all understand that Pastor Umo Eno, the governor of the state, is someone that loves accountability. Someone that, if he takes out money to do something, he wouldn't like the money to go into the West.
Something
So
else.
he needs to account for the money he has sent out for the students. Accountability and transparency. Transparency is very important because sometimes you might get to give the money out. At the end of the day, you don't get to find the money again. And then my brother also said something about seamless process, free process. Students don't have to travel down. He also considers some of these things, considering the times that we are facing now, the economy.
And insecurity
challenges, yes. So he had to put this into consideration. And I think this has really helped the students of Akwa Ibom State to
get their bursary without stress. And then also to acknowledge the students of Akwa Ibom State, because it's very, very important. Little things like this actually mean so much for the students of Akwa Ibom State. So it goes to show that the governor of the state acknowledges the presence of the students in the state. Yes. Now, talking about governor acknowledging the students' community.
Yeah.
During the Christmas celebration in 2023, the Christmas Unplugged, the students' community had a special night out where they had a platform to enjoy themselves at the Ibom Christmas Park. And in that event, past students leaders were in attendance. What does this signify?
Okay, the significance for me, I feel it's just a kind of revival in the students' community. It's a revival. Many a times in the time past, we didn't used to have many of these social events that could draw the people, the students to the government. So that's actually it was a platform that we used to bridge the gap between the government and then the students. So students feel more carried along, at this time. And not just, it was always, during election period, students will be called to do one or two things. But this time around, students are active participants of the government of the day. So the governor considers that, and also being that the governor is also a student. Permit me to also
emphasis on that.
Yes, he's also a student of the university, of a postgraduate student. He understands what it means to be a student, and he understands how to get things done rightly. So that is just what it signifies.
These students, you guys are actually living the happy,
happy
hour. I mean, from what we have heard so far, it's obvious that the students' community are actually living in the happy hour era Pastor Umo Eno promised Akwa Ibom people. So let's ask Mr. Elisha Udo what the perception of the student community is about Pastor Umo Eno and his administration.
The students are very happy with the government of the day. The students are very happy with Pastor Umo Eno. First, with the bursary payment, because a lot of students were beneficiaries. I was a beneficiary, and it came when we needed that money the most. So it was very good to complete your verification, and then suddenly you just see the money in your bank account, and then you can use it to take care of your present needs at that time. And it's very good to know that the government is particularly interested in education. So it has been encouraging. So we take our studies and other academic pursuits more serious, because we know we have the government there to support us. We know that even if I cannot reach the governor directly, I can reach him through the SA on Student Affairs, who is very much accessible to all of us. And then we've also had other competitions, like essay competitions for students, like the one that was done during December, where I think first prize was 1 million naira or so.
Wow.
Yes. So this has also revived the academic and competitive spirit in us students within the state. So I think this would put us in the limelight in the nearest future, because we are literally waiting for more of such competitions to participate in, and we are more ready now academically and otherwise.
Oh wow.
We see or we think of Pastor Umo Eno as a governor who is particularly interested in education and in the students of Akwa Ibom State, or education in general.
Okay, let me take your parting shot before I go to Mr. Wisdom Emmanuel. What is your parting shot for the viewers and even the government of the day?
Okay, so first I would love to use the opportunity to thank the governor in a very special way for the bursary payments, among other things that has been done for the student community that has been very lively and active currently in this administration. And then also for the students, as we've seen that we have a governor who is supportive and interested in education. It's an opportunity for us to encourage him by taking our studies and academic pursuits very serious, so that we'll be able to enjoy more and more of these good things from the government of the day.
From the discussions we've had so far, it is obvious that Pastor Umo Eno understands that education is an essential cornerstone in every societal progress and development, and he is leaving no stone unturned in making sure that his people are educated. Mr. Wisdom Emmanuel, Pastor Umo Eno has about 3 years before his first term elapses. what should the student community expect within these 3 years?
3 years. Okay. I would like to say, drawing from what just happened a few months, about 9 months in office, Governor Umo Eno is here to give us the best. He's here to give us the best, and many people do not expect all these things that we are having at this time. Being able to manage the people, in this trying time, this trying economy, trying time in our country. So God brought him specifically for the people of Akwa Ibom State. So the students should actually expect the best, and I urge all the students to stay calm and peaceful. Pastor Umo Eno is a very calm and peaceful person in nature. So stay calm. You'll be able to draw a lot of support from him. Draw a lot of attention when the environment is peaceful. You understand? Draw a lot, and then shun social vices, things that will put you into problems. Also, drawing from the level of Pastor Umo Eno, like Pastor Umo Eno as a person, you can actually take him as a role model. Draw from his life and then emulate him, and then get to do things that are right.
Okay, this reminds me of Pastor Umo Eno's statement. We call it the golden thought. He said it's okay if you go to school and learn English, but please find something and learn. Find a trade and learn. Yes. So beyond going to school, the 4 walls of your education is okay, but look at what you can do to solve a problem so you can start making money from it. It is a fact that education is a catalyst for personal growth, societal and global development. And it is very interesting and exciting to see how much Pastor Umo Eno is committed towards the development of this sector. My name is Anebe Francis, and I'm saying thank you for joining us on this episode of the Golden Era and You. Please follow our page, like our page, share our post, comment on this post. Let's know your thoughts about the discussion we just had. And I believe that we'll continue to serve you vital information about this administration. Thank you for joining us. Bye.